Hello, 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 and welcome to the ASMR Samurai. I hope you're doing well today, or tonight's video. I thought we could look up 50 incredible space facts. 50 incredible space facts. And we'll do some mic fluffing, some mic scratching. My voice is still a little out of it, but sometimes when I listen to people's voices, they're soft speaking. I like how it's a little bit more unconventional. I don't know what the word would be, so I thought we'd give it a try and see how it goes. So I hope you enjoy. Fact number 1: space is completely silent. It's completely silent. That's pretty cool. Must be so relaxing up there. Like, just imagine if you could just lay out there without any spacesuit or anything, just like laying there, floating away, hear nothing. You're just looking around and you see like the earth and the moon and the sun and stuff, like whatever it is. That'd be awesome. The hottest planet in our solar system is 450 degrees Celsius. 450 degrees Celsius. And that is Venus. Venus. Really? See, I would have thought it was Mercury. Because Mercury's closer to the sun, right? So if it's closer to the sun, doesn't that mean it would be hotter? Interesting. There may be life on Mars. There may be life on Mars. I mean, I hope so, considering how much effort we're going through just to like look into it. Maybe one day we'll see. That'd be pretty cool. I think it'd be pretty cool. Nobody knows how many stars are in space. Nobody knows how many stars are in space. It's so weird to think about how small we are relative to everything else. Because even just like our solar system, our galaxy, like our universe, whichever one's the biggest one. It's crazy to think about, Halley's Comet won't orbit past Earth again until 2061. 2061, that's crazy. That's a long time. Wow, dude. 2061, so I'll be 60. That's crazy, I'll be 60. Man, it must be so weird getting old. I can't imagine living that long. Like, it's already been so long, man. 60 years. And I mean, they say that the generations that come next are gonna be around even longer than the generations that are around now. So I mean, I don't know how long they're expecting us to live for, but it's a long time. A full NASA spacesuit costs $12 million. $12 million. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of thought it'd be more money than that, because like they have like the full suit, but I was like watching a documentary on it, or was I reading it? I don't know, it was a long time ago. I can picture images in my head of it, so I think I was watching it, but they need to make the suit so that it can withstand both the freezing cold of like the dark, as well as the like fiery hot of the sun. So like if you're facing the sun, the front of you is really, really hot and the back of you is really, really cold. So they have to make the suit so that they can adjust to both at the same time. I didn't even know we had the technology for that kind of stuff. But I mean, I guess $12 million is a lot. I just thought if it was like government run and stuff, it'd be way more than that. Neutron stars can spin 600 times per second. 600 times per second? Well, I guess because like time is relative depending on where you are and stuff, right? Either way though, 600 times a second. What's a neutron star? I don't. Maybe I should know what that is first. One question at a time. One question at a time. There may be a planet made out of diamonds. Made out of diamonds. How? How does that make sense? Imagine if our whole planet was made up of diamonds, and then instead of the currency being diamonds being super expensive, it was like, oh, here's grass, which is super expensive, because grass was really rare and it was like an earth material. It'd be so weird if things were like backwards. The footprints on the moon will be there for 100 million years. 100 million years. Oh my god. So if humanity is around for 100 million years, which I don't know if we'll make it that much farther. If we're around for another 100 million years, you go up there, there'll still be footprints on the moon from us. That's crazy. Conspiracy theory. Do you think when the first astronauts went up, they saw footprints from like previous humans? Dun dun dun. I love space because of the mystery of it. There's so much we don't know, you know? One day on Venus is longer than 1 year. See, how does that make sense? Just because of like where it is relative to the sun and like how fast it rotates. A day is longer than a year. Does that mean that a day feels like a year? Or literally for them, if you're only around for 24 hours and then you come back to Earth, it would be a year later? Trippy. That's like some interstellar shit. Have you seen that movie? That movie tripped me out, bro. In 3.75 billion years, the Milky Way and Andromeda galaxies will collide. They'll collide. And what, go boom? Doesn't that usually happen when things collide? They just kind of explode. 3.75 billion years. Does that mean that everything's just going to end in 3.75 billion years? And how do we know that? 3.75 billion. That's so far away. How are you so sure about this? Because like humans are smart, but they're not that smart. You know, I feel like there's no way we know that. But 3.75 billion years in the future. If two pieces of the same type of metal touch in space, they will permanently bond. Oh, that's pretty cool. Imagine if that happened with humans. Like if humans accidentally like touched each other in space, they just like blend into one person. That'd be scary. There is floating water in space. Have you seen those videos of astronauts in space where like they take the water out of their canister and they just like let it float in space and then they'll drink it with a straw? That's so cool. Or the videos where like astronauts come down to Earth and then they're used to just like letting stuff go and it floating there. So he's like holding a can in one of his interviews and he just like lets it go and it hits the floor and he's like, oh, I forgot. It just drops gravity. Crazy. The largest known asteroid is 965 kilometers wide or 600 miles wide. Oh my god. That would destroy us if it came close. That would literally just kill everything within it. The the moon was once a piece of Earth. Yeah, I heard the moon was made up because I think like that could be totally wrong. Maybe they talk about it here. I thought like Mars and Earth collided or something. It took off a piece of the Earth, and that's what the moon is. Not fully sure though. Not fully sure. The sun's mass takes up 99.86% of the solar system. Damn, that's a lot. There is a volcano on Mars 3 times the size of Everest. 3 times the size of Everest. That's crazy. Imagine a mountain that big. People would still try and climb it. 100%. That's pretty crazy. How do you even have something that tall? Imagine seeing that. Like, that'd be so crazy. Mercury and Venus are the only planets with no moons. Mercury and Venus, the two closest to the sun. I wonder why. Saturn has 82 known moons and counting. Why doesn't Saturn just give some of them their moons? There's 82 of them. Doesn't need that many. It doesn't need that many moons. We only have one, but it's a cool one. I like our moon. It's pretty nice. The gas giant Jupiter is a failed star. It's a failed star. I don't really know what that means, but it's pretty big. Doesn't really seem like it failed to me. Maybe like it. I don't know what they mean, a failed star. Because it's a planet, right? Are planets failed stars? Maybe. Uranus orbits the sun on its side. On its side? How do you know it's on its side if there's no gravity in space? Because if there's no way up, how do you know it's on its side? I guess if you're using the sun as like a baseline. But then but still, how do you know it's on its side? I got too many questions. I gotta calm down. It's just facts. It's just facts. Gets my mind going. Pluto is now classified as a dwarf planet, not a planet. Oh, I remember that. They're like, oh yeah, Pluto's not a planet anymore. Why not? What Pluto do to you? Pluto and Charon, is that another planet? Could be double dwarf planet systems. I don't know what that means, but okay. There are 5 officially recognized dwarf planets in the solar system. 5 of them. I'm guessing that includes Pluto now. Earth's moon is the 5th largest moon in the solar system. Top 5, yeah. The moons of Uranus were named after characters created by Alexander Pope and William Shakespeare. Really? That's pretty cool. Imagine coming up with characters and then humanity's just like, yeah, we're gonna name the moons after your characters. That'd be so cool. Who named Earth? Because there must have been somebody, right, that was like, oh, I think we should call this place Earth. Who named it? Wouldn't they be super famous? Maybe they are famous, I just never heard of them. There are more stars in the universe than all the grains of sand on Earth. That is insane. Because think about how many grains of sand are underwater too. That's a lot of stars. That's a lot of stars. Jeez. The sun will engulf Earth 5 billion years from now. But weren't the galaxies supposed to collide in like 3.7 billion years? So I guess if that doesn't kill us, then 2 billion years after that, the sun will engulf Earth. Yeah, wow. So either way, we're screwed pretty much. Either way, we're screwed. We're not gonna live past a couple billion years. Imagine humanity being alive in a billion years. You know how much technology we'd have figured out? That's crazy. Well, that is if we don't keep getting wiped out, because that's a possibility too, you know, like an asteroid or just the Earth getting messed up. When you look at a star, what you actually see is how it was in the past. Oh, yeah, I love that. When you look up and sometimes, like, I don't know if you ever look up and you see a star, like, disappear or something. It's so fascinating. You're, like, looking into the past. Like, if they were on that star and they look at Earth, like, maybe they would see dinosaurs or something because they're looking into the past. It's really interesting. Massive stars end their lives through supernova explosions. Massive stars end their lives through supernova explosions. Does that mean like they do it on purpose? Imagine if like each planet is a living thing and when it's their time to go, they just like blow themselves up. Galaxies are either elliptical, spiral, or irregular. There are, oh, that's a big number. 200, that's 1,000, that's a million, that's billion. There are 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. That's not even counting things we can't see. It just makes me feel so small, you know, like literally nothing. It can be a positive and a negative in my point of view. Like, if you think about it, why be stressed out? Because nothing we do matters, right? Like, literally nothing that's ever happened on Earth really matters in the scheme of things. So, I mean, it could make you think negatively, but I like to think about it. Like, I think individually we matter. I just think that our problems shouldn't matter, you know? Like, if I feel anxious about something stupid or just like something's bothering me, I'm like, it literally doesn't matter. Why am I letting it bother me? You know? Most galaxies have a central black hole. Black holes are so interesting. I wonder what's on the other side. Because we don't really know, right? We can't really send anything in there yet. Imagine being like the first people sent in there. They're like, yeah, we need people to go see what's on the other side. And you're just like, I'll do it, you know? Like, if I was like 85 and like, for whatever reason, I didn't have any family left, I'd probably sign up for that mission. That'd be so fun. Not fun, just like interesting. I think that'd be a cool way to go. Because I don't know about you, I don't really want to, I don't know, see, like, we'll say that for another video. It's complicated. All planets in the solar system have been visited by uncrewed spacecraft. Uncrewed spacecraft, not unscrewed. Uncrewed spacecraft. Voyager 1 and 2 have been operating for more than 40 years. That's a long time, isn't it? And that's like without coming back down to Earth. How does stuff like that stay in space for so long and still work? And yet, like, little appliances in our houses break like every year. That doesn't make sense. I mean, I get they spend a ton of money into it and everything, but still, 40 years in space, like, the boundary of the solar system ends in a spherical cloud known as the Oort cloud. I had no idea. About 1.4 billion years ago, a day on Earth was just 18 hours and 41 minutes long. That's weird. The International Space Station is about as wide as a soccer field. It's pretty big. Imagine sending that up to space. It's don't even, like, what? It is possible to see the International Space Station from your backyard. Maybe if you have, like, a telescope or something. Mars has a reddish sky, but bluish twilights. That's pretty cool. I love when the moon is red. So pretty, so pretty, so pretty. Astronauts grow taller in space. Oh, I heard about that, because there's no gravity pulling them down, right? But then doesn't it also, like, mess with your bone density or something? Because, I don't even know. There's something weird about, like, when astronauts come back, their bone density is different because of something. I don't know. Science, that's why. Because science. The closest star system to us, Proxima Centauri, is 4.25 light years away. 4.25 light years away. That's pretty far away. That's pretty far away. Imagine if we could move at the speed of light. That would be so cool. A rose was brought to space in 1998. Cool. Oh, that's neat. There are more than 4,000 known exoplanets and counting. I don't know what an exoplanet is, but 4,000 sounds like a lot. Other planets and even a moon have auroras too. I think it's fascinating that we can see all this stuff, that we actually have the technology to take photos and go explore, even though we can't go personally. Shooting stars are space debris that burn up when they enter Earth's atmosphere. I like shooting stars, they're so pretty. We often see astronauts in white spacesuits, but there are orange spacesuits too. I knew that one. I think the white looks cooler though. You look like a giant marshmallow, As of 2021, more than 600 people have been in space. 600 people. See, that sounds like a lot, but considering there's almost 8 billion people on the Earth right now. 600 people in all of history that we know of. Yeah, that's pretty neat. That's pretty cool. Imagine being able to say, oh yeah, I went to space. Imagine just being in space. I feel like if I went to space, I wouldn't want to come back. I think that's the same thing with a lot of astronauts. They get up there and they're like, they come back and they just want to go back up. The outer space is very cold with a temperature of around negative 454.75 degrees Fahrenheit, or negative 270 degrees Celsius. That's pretty cold. That's pretty cold. That's what I was talking about with the spacesuit. If you're not facing the sun, then yeah. It's so weird to think about. So many questions, so few answers, right? But that is all the space facts that we have for tonight. Thank you so much for watching this video and for being here with me tonight. I hope you have a nice night, or day, and I will see you next time. And I hope to see you next time.